If you like our relationship videos, please make sure you subscribe to our channel, like this video, share it. So should we put a timeline on, how soon you get married? Because at the flip side, like my sorority sister, my FIANCE, she got married. She went home spring break, met this dude, and got married a few months later. Yep. They are still together. It was over 20-some years ago, and they are still together. So can you put a timeline on it, or is it by case thing?
Of course. Well, I actually, you know what? I think it should be both. Because I'll give an example. When I met you, I knew instantly I wanted to marry you. I was not going to marry you. Now, we dated for all those years, over 3 years before we decided to walk down the aisle and make this official. And that's because I learned when I got married the first time, the wrong reasons for marriage. We go to church one Sunday and the pastor talking about everybody on campus is going to hell for fornicating. Oh. So then you're going to hell for this. And I grew up in a very strict religious background. The church and everything was crazy. We were going to hell for everything. Sex, going to the movies, if a girl wear pants, makeup, all that old crazy stuff. So now here we are in another church preaching and teaching about we going to hell and we've been fornicating. So it's like, you know what? Let's marry so we now don't have to worry about going to hell for fornicating. So I married her to avoid going to hell and ended up going through hell instead. Because it was not a legitimate reason for marriage. It's true. Now we got 2 beautiful children from it, but it wasn't a legitimate reason for marriage. There was no, we were madly in love, and there was a, God told us to get married, and all of those kind of, no, it was none of that. Now, when you and I came together, I prayed, and we're going to talk about this. I want you all, we're going to create another video about marriage and how to attract the perfect mate and how to become the perfect mate. We're also in the process of writing and publishing a book that's going to deal with the same topic. And in that book, one of the things that we talk about is how to be the perfect mate for the one that you want, to attract into your life. And so for me, I knew that I had to pray and meditate to identify why marrying Shira would be a benefit to both of us. And it was then revealed to us that marriage was an evolution. It was to help each of us evolve into our absolute best self. They don't have any particular spiritual reasons why they should be married. They're just jumping into an institution and they're going to give it another negative, here's another marriage that's going to prove to everybody else that marriage is hard work. Ain't no love there. There's no spiritual growth there.
Now, you know what? As crazy as this may sound, I can't look at Jemiah and Cindy and say that they don't love each other. You think they don't love each other?
You have multiple types of love.
Right, which is why I can't just
there's
say that
love there. What I'm talking about is a true spiritual essence of we are madly in love with each other, and we are not going to allow any types of issues to negatively affect us. We came together, blended family issues, ex-spouses issues, financial issues, and all of that kind of stuff, but there was always Aunt and Shira. There was always a love that was vibrating between the two of us that was evident from the beginning. I knew when I met you, and we talked about this, you said the same things to me. It felt like we had been in love for multiple lifetimes.
Well, again, I really think that is not, and I agree with you, baby. Definitely, that's what we said. But I don't think it's fair to, they're in their early 20s. Yeah. So there's no way they even know the depths of love that we knew each other coming together, because we did not come together in our early 20s.
No, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to really remember where they are and remember their age. I think, like I said, I think that they do love each other. I think that they should stay together. Yes. But they are in the beginning stages of their relationship. Yes. They are not at even close to the getting married stage of their relationship. Yeah. They need to work together. I think what was good that came out of this situation is that at least their family members tend to get a chance to know each other, and it seemed like they united.
Yeah.
And they got rid of their differences because they were coming at it. You know, his Aunt Sparkle and her sister, they were coming at it. And so it seemed like all of that subsided. And then they could just move forward and to grow together. And if he called her a broke ass, he has a problem with her not making money. He has a problem with her not bettering herself. He has some problems. She's bringing not just her mouth to feed, but 2 other mouths. I do want to mention Jemiah's father because, one, it was a joy to actually see him there and see him present. Of course, it came out, though, that he has not always been in his life and he has not always been present. But I like the fact that he's there now.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that there were several times, including in that big argument, that he pulled him aside and was like, hey, you know, this is how you have to talk to a woman. And so I feel like there's some hope because at least he does have his father present now that is there and schooling him. And even though his father made mistakes in the past, he can use those mistakes to teach his son.
Yeah.
You know, and help his son out. So that was nice.
And we are on day 3. They're going down here for the blessings, and nobody is blessing their union.
They went through all 6 family members. And actually, I watched, not every episode of season 1, but I did watch the show for season 1.
Yeah.
And a lot of times there'll be somebody, you know, like they got somebody that's already set, like that planned person to be like, you know, I give you my blessing. They didn't have anyone, no one gave them their blessing. And so when that happens, the couple is supposed to decide, like, should we take the feedback from our family?
Yeah.
Or should we just do our own thing and get married anyway? And of course, Jemiah and Cindy decide to do their own thing. And like, well, we get married anyway. So, nah. So there. Period. And they got married like the next week.
Don't do the period. I can't take it. Yeah, what was it? The July 4th weekend or whatever it was?
Right, which was like right around the corner from when they shot this. Which made me think, what was the whole point of going through the process if you were going to ignore every family member? It was unanimous. They ignored it all and they got married. So
it was. And that's the only reason why I fear that the relationship may not last. You know, because it's just way too many issues and there's no one that is truly for it. You know, trying to be young and start with having an already ready-made family and trying to prove to everybody else that y'all gonna make it work. That's not an intimacy issue. That's trying to prove to the outside that you and your woman can make y'all marriage stay together is not a healthy relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that y'all take the strategies. And again, I'm not against y'all getting married. I just didn't think that it made sense to get married that soon.
They have some things to work on. You know, you get married when it's solid and you for real and you certain and you're not playing games and you're not contacting the ex and you're not on Snapchat or Instagram and you're not, you know, you don't get married when that's happening. Now, a lot of people, they get married and they be like, well, everything was good and then all of a sudden things changed once we got married. And then it's like, okay, that's a whole nother story. Yeah. But you already know. Yep. You know, it's already issues that's unresolved. Why jump into a committed relationship?
And you know what? I'm glad that y'all watched this video. Thank you all for commenting. I'll share with you, as I promised you earlier, I have been in this situation. That's why I guess I'm so passionate about it. Mm-hmm. Because I know what it's like to jump into a marriage when there is no family member supporting it. That's the reason why my ex and I actually eloped. We didn't even tell nobody we were getting married. We just go down to the courthouse. And when everybody found out about the marriage, they were like, are you freaking kidding me? I mean, the church was upset, parents upset, family members like, what? You know, and the crazy part was, when I said I do, I knew it. I mean, right here, that was not the right thing to do. It was not the right thing to do. It was not the right time. It made no sense. There was no true spiritual marriage reasons behind getting married. Nothing that was going to benefit us other than, really? So that we don't go to hell for fornicating? Seriously? Do not allow all of those kind of crazy things to force you all to get into marriage. Don't marry somebody just because you need somebody to take care of you and your kids. You know what I'm saying? Don't marry someone because you want to have sex. Don't marry somebody for anything that is outside of a genuine love between the two of you. We decided to do that crap and it did not work. Trying to learn how to be married.
Wait a minute. They decided to, don't we say we?
Yeah.
They decided to do that.
Not me and her. Me and my baby. We good.
They decided to
we
do
did.
that.
And then too many people suffered. Our kids suffered from that. The divorce was hard. It was all kind of crazy stuff because you make a ridiculous rush decision. It is unnecessary. You could just keep dating and then y'all build from there and then get married. But hey, they already did it. So
So the thing is that I never did a situation like this, but I made my own young and dumb mistakes, including marriage or whatever. But we actually want to hear from you. What young relationship mistakes did you make or are you making right now? And also, you have any questions concerning relationships, not only us, but we got to do a shout out. I got to figure out who that was, but we had someone on our channel who had a question and we were on vacation.
Yeah.
And they had a relationship question and you all came in and you all took care of it. You answered her question, you loved on her and you all gave great advice. And we were out of the country, so we didn't even have no access to it. So we apologize that we didn't respond, but we want to thank you all for doing it. And that's what it's about, It's a community here, it's a life family, and we appreciate it. So if you have any relationship problems, relationship drama, chaos, put the comments in below because we all can relate.
Okay. And listen, thank y'all so much for watching our videos. Thank y'all for sharing, subscribing to our channel, hitting the notification bell, and sharing these videos with all of your friends and family. And until we speak again, we love you. Peace.
Bye. You were really passionate about this one.
Okay, then, hey.
You were so passionate. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's unnecessary to be getting married that soon and when you're all young and stuff like that. Man,
I
go
wish
enjoy
you
life.
all could, feel his energy. You do this. He tit.
Not marrying you all these years later was the best decision ever. I'm telling you, I've never been this happy ever in my life.
It always works out.
You're my baby.
Even our mistakes.
You're so cute.